Hi, this is Chris at Perfect Mondays, and if you believe that making money is really hard, today I'm going to be sharing with you why and how making money is really fun and really easy. Now, this is a conversation that triggers so many people. It's a great episode, so stick around. Hello, this is Chris again. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and if you're new to the channel, this is a place for women entrepreneurs who want to scale their business without drama and without overwhelm. If you're a woman entrepreneur who wants to get your life back, if you want to spend more time doing things that matter to you, where you add a lot more value with people that you love, finding a lot more joy, a lot more happiness, and feeling like your business is actually moving forward, like you're getting paid what you're worth, then this is the place for you. And today, my dear, I'm sharing with you something that's really important to me. The belief system of why making money is fun and easy. And this is something, not money, making a lot of money is fun and easy. Now, if the way that I want to start talking about this has to do with the belief systems. So before I start, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel so that I know that you like this type of videos, and you're also notified every time that I put one out. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is perfect.mondays. So let's get started. I want you to think right now of your belief systems like a camera lens and filters. So imagine that you're the director of your movie. You're the one who's choosing which shots to look at, where to focus basically, because that's what your brain does and your intention does. But instead of capturing reality, instead of capturing the raw footage of life, you have a specific way of viewing the world. Belief systems are created when things happen to you and you interpret them in a specific way. So suppose that someone breaks your heart, okay? And someone breaks your heart again and again, and then you make the decision at that point that that's too painful, that you need to shut down your heart in order to move on. So maybe you say, I can't trust people. That becomes your belief system, and boom, there goes one filter into your camera. And then something happens where you have to struggle a lot to get something done and you can't quite make it, and then you decide that making money is really difficult. Boom, there goes another filter. Sometimes we don't know when we're creating these filters, we just have them. Sometimes for years of seeing how our parents react and how we see other people in the world suffer, whatever it is, right? So think about it right now. Imagine that you have a camera and you're pointing at grass, and you have a filter that blocks the green light from entering your field of vision, right? And I'm using green as in money, get it, right? So imagine you have that, then you're not gonna see the grass green, maybe you see the color gray, right? Or imagine that you don't want to see specific lights, then you can put a filter and then you don't see glare, etc. So when it comes to money, right, I want you to think for a moment, what are your negative belief systems about money? Sometimes you don't even think they're negative. You just think oh, that's a statement, that's a fact, right? So what are the most common ones that I hear again and again? Number one is that making money is difficult. Making a lot of money is super difficult, right? Or similar to that to make good money, you have to work your ass off. You have to work really, really hard, right? What are other belief systems that I've heard about money? That when you have money, you have to leave a lot of people behind because people, or that people want a lot from you, right? Or how about this one? That you have to choose between having an incredible family life or having a business, that you can't have both, right? How many of those have you heard or maybe even share yourself? So imagine for a moment that you have all these filters that are creating reality. When you're going through life with these belief systems, you can't see the truth. You can only see what you're feeling. So if you're behind that camera, right, and some of us have huge monitors, incredible 4K, 5K monitors to view the image that we call life, and you're seeing your picture, you're saying to yourself, this is reality. Chris, I can touch this. I can smell it. It's painful in my life. It has to be real. It's only real because you cannot see anything different than what you're capturing with your filters. So I want to start talking about the concept of why I believe that making money is fun and easy. So a while back when I was in my 20s, my twin brother and I were working with Tony Robbins. And in one of his events, there's a gentleman who approached us. And this was a financial workshop. It was about how to invest in the stock market. And this guy approached us. He didn't know us. And he said, you guys are really cool people. I love your energy. I would love to give you $15,000 for you to invest in whatever you've learned in this workshop. and I want to make a percentage of what you guys, of the upside of what you're making. And I thought for a moment, wow, like I didn't know this person, I didn't have any money at the time, but if being in an incredible state, if being in such a passionate environment, in the right place at the right time with the right energy can capture this, what else could happen in your life, right? That's one of the belief systems that I look back into. How can I change my reality in terms of why making money is fun and why making money is easy? I wasn't even asking for it, right? I have another example of way back also several years ago when someone approached me, an entrepreneur approached me with an idea that he thought for a business. And I took it to heart. I spent several hours thinking about it. I created this amazing presentation, and 24 hours later, I said, come to my home, I want to show you something. And when he came, he saw something that was really amazing. He was so excited. He decided to invest $2 million in that idea, right? It didn't take years and years and years of pain of me struggling through the fields, or working my ass off. It was just being in the right place at the right time. So how can you be in the right place at the right time? Well, there's a lot of things that are in play when it comes to this. So I want to say yes to both things. Yes, making money is hard, and yes, making money is easy. Both of them are true, as long as certain conditions are met, right? So if you think about businesses, right, because some people might say, well, Chris, most businesses fail. Absolutely. So it must not be easy for people to make money. And I have to say, well, what are the conditions under which businesses fail? And I want to think right now in terms of your life, in terms of the things that you've done, in terms of the things that you want to do. Number one has to do a lot to do with commitment. It has to do with being aligned. But if you think about it, making money is difficult when you hate what you do. Okay? If you don't like what you do, it's going to be super painful. If you can't fall in love with the process of life, if you can't fall in love with the process of your business, it's going to be super tedious. It doesn't mean you can't make it, it's going to be really difficult. It's not going to be good for your health, basically. In which conditions is making money difficult? Is making money difficult when you are making huge mistakes by getting your way, when you're not modeling things that have already worked, when you're wanting to reinvent the wheel. It's a lot easier for your business to fail. It's easy for your business to fail when you don't know the mechanics of what your target audience wants. If you don't know what your target audience wants and you're just creating something for your own pleasure, for your own ego, and you think that people need that, often that thing can fail. It's difficult to make money when you're not adding value, right? So there's a list of conditions that make it really hard for you to make money. And what are the conditions that make it really easy for you to make money? Well, there's about 5, I think, that I can name off the top of my head, right? Number 1 is understanding that the foundation for everything that's gonna happen in your life and your business has to do with your emotional state. Period. End of story. Your attitude is absolutely everything, right? If you're someone who's complaining, if you're someone who's angry, if you're someone who's anxious most of the time, if you're someone who's engaging in a lot of those negative behaviors, the same filter, right, where you can see something amazing happening, the same filter is going to prevent you from seeing that. It's not that it's not happening, it's that you're blinded to that. It's like a scotoma. You can't see it, right? So when you're thinking about your energy, your attitude, where is your energy? Where's your emotional state most of the day? That space that you live in has to do everything. Is the foundation for the building that you're going to have. So if you have a shitty emotional state, most of the time it's like building a super tall building on top of a mud pit, right? If you have a super incredible energy space, mostly really it's not even about being excited. It's about the energy of gratefulness, of gratitude. If you're holding that space, then you're engaging in a lot more things that are beneficial for you. You're taking a lot more risks. You're a lot more centered, and then your foundation is a lot stronger. So your building can grow taller without tumbling at the first challenge that you encounter. Second thing that is super important, I don't believe that you need money to make money, right? That would be the same thing as saying that you need light bulbs to create the energy of the sun. Light bulbs are light bulbs, and the energy of the sun is completely different. It's something a lot deeper, more profound, has a lot more energy. The same thing for your wealth. Your wealth does not come from money. Your wealth comes from, and understanding this is crucial to building a business that's going to be successful and making a lot of money and making that easy and fun, right? That your wealth comes from your creativity. It comes from your integrity. It comes from your resourcefulness, right? And understanding that the more that you can step into this state, you don't need money to make money. You need to be able to solve problems. If you see an opportunity, you can get people together and make money without investing a single cent. I've done that many times, right? But as long as you have the belief that you need money to make money, if those opportunities come your way, you won't even see them, right? So what's number 3? It's fun and easy to make money when you come out of the universe closet, if you will, where you can claim what you love, and when you can step into that space where you're using most of your time doing things that you are amazing at, that you love doing, where you really add value. Not doing things where you're okay or mediocre or just good at doing, that waste a lot of time, that actually steal money from your life and your business, right? So the more that you can say, this is what I love to do, right? This is where I can add value, and you step into that space and protect that sacred space and do whatever it takes for you to spend most of your time doing that one thing that makes you so magical, right? Instead of spending time doing things that are like kryptonite for your life, the more wealth you can create and the easier it's gonna be for you. The next thing in terms of how do you make money where it's fast and easy is when you stop tolerating shit in your life, right? So it's really hard for you to make money when you're just envisioning something great, when you're just thinking about the amazing things you want to create. And at the same time, you are accepting shit in your life. You want an amazing business, yet you tolerate not engaging with clients, not understanding their needs, not finding a mentor or someone to help you to figure out problems that you've been stuck in again and again and again. You're just banging your head against the wall, right? So your ability to move much faster and have fun and make money an easy process for you is in the measure that you stop tolerating behaviors that are toxic for your life, indulging in that space where you feel sorry for yourself, indulging in that space where more than 1% of your energy is spent on the problem. If you're spending 99.9% of your time in the solution, then you're gonna move forward, and then it's gonna be a lot easier and more fun for you. And I said 5, right? So last but not least, understanding, and I've said this earlier in the video, that you need to fall in love with the process, right? And the process really is you taking on more responsibility than you think you can handle. The more responsibility you can take, the more value you can have. And also you taking this uncertainty and just going through life knowing that that's there. The more uncertainty you can handle, the more responsibility you can take on, the more wealth you can create, period, right? And I used to have the belief system that making money was really hard, that it was really tedious, that I didn't know how to start. And I remember part of my process that has been changing my life, changing to a place where I have a life that most people would dream of. Sometimes I pinch myself because I'm in front of clients that I absolutely love, that become part of my family, and we go through challenges and we go through breakthroughs and they're kicking ass, right? This belief system that making money is fun and making money is easy has transformed my universe, but not just my universe as in Chris, right? My family, but also the people that I have the privilege to work with. Just to give you an idea of the past week, this is some of the changes that people have had in my sphere of influence because I changed my focus, my belief system that making money wasn't hard, that making money is fun and easy when you're aligned. And in the past week, I have one client who made $40,000 in 2 weeks, right, with an idea that she came up with. Another client that made $65,000 as she closed her month. She's broken her sales record month to month, like 3 times in a row right now in the last 3 months. I had a client who changed and consistently has been on the 5% income earner bracket here in the US. She was not there at all 6 months ago when we started working together, but I just did a case study with her, so I'm mentioning her. And I have another client who was ready to quit her business when she and I engaged. And in the last couple of weeks, she did $500,000 in a 3-day period with an event that she did. So I'm not sharing these stories to brag because it's not really me, it's them. I'm sharing these stories because changing your belief system has massive consequences for your life and for your destiny and for the people that are around you. So let me review quickly what are the things that you have to incorporate and understand for money to come to you when it's fast and easy. Number 1, you have to understand that your emotional state is absolutely everything, and it's the foundation for everything you're gonna build. Number 2, your wealth comes from your creativity, your ingenuity, your persistence, your integrity, your your resourcefulness. And as long as you have those, then you can create money without money. And the analogy that I gave is like, to think that you need money to create money is like thinking that you need light bulbs to have the sun shine upon you. Number 3, you have to come out of the universe closet, right? You have to claim what you love. You have to be okay facing that vulnerability that you say, this is what I love doing. And you have to spend most of your time delivering that. You can't be amazing at something and spend most of your time doing things that don't really matter, stealing money from your life and your business and expecting to create wealth. The next one has to do with not tolerating shit in your life. It's great that you want to grow a business. It's great that you have an incredible vision. But if you tolerate behaviors, if you tolerate people coming in your sphere of influence and just crapping all over your house, your home, your spirit, your energy space, if you accept behaviors of yourself that you shouldn't, if you tolerate and indulge in behaviors that make you feel like a victim, then you don't really move forward, and it's really hard and painful. And last but not least, I talked about your ability to take on more responsibility than you think you can handle, right? By adding more value, by having more responsibility. So you have higher risk, but you have higher gains also. And the ability for you to navigate through life despite the uncertainty, by taking on the uncertainty and say, I need to fall in love with this process called life, this process called business, because that's the only meaningful way for me to move forward. And the moment that you start shifting this idea by adopting these behaviors, and the moment that you start thinking that the more value you're adding to someone's life, the more that you're focusing on service, on creating wealth for someone, emotional wealth, right? Or physical wealth, right? Financial wealth. The moment that you really dedicate your life to doing something you love, when you're aligning your gift with solving someone else's problem, then it becomes fun and then it becomes easy. I hope this is helpful. If it is, I would love for you to do 3 things. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and like the video. If this is something you think someone might enjoy, just share it with them. And most importantly, if you're a woman entrepreneur and you want help implementing these strategies, these ideas into your business, if you hear me week after week and say, Chris, I hear you, I just need help implementing it, just click on the link below the description of this video. There's gonna be a little form that you can fill out, and then we can explore if we're a good fit working together. And also, if you want to click on the second link underneath the description of this video, you're gonna find a bunch of videos of women entrepreneurs just like yourself who one day thought, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I want to quit. I know this is worth it, and we work together, and they're in an incredible place right now where they're enjoying life, where they're more fulfilled and they're earning what they're worth. So thank you so much for watching, and I send you all my love from Austin.